Okay, Ms. Clerk, why don't you call the roll? So we can get this meeting started.
Councilmember Price.
Here.
Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Here.
Councilmember Votto, absent. Councilmember Zinn. Councilmember Park.
Here.
Board President and quorum, Mr. Sheridan.
All right, thank you. We're going to go into public comment, after which we will continue item 2 and then proceed with the agenda. Would you give us our instructions, Mr. Clerk?
Members of the public wishing to give public comment can sign up at the kiosk in the back. You'll have 1 minute per item on the agenda for a total of up to 2 minutes for 2 or more agenda items. You will also have 1 minute for general public comment.
All right, first up.
I will go ahead and call the first couple names. Henry, Audit LA, and Kirsten Peterson.
Did you want to go first? You can go first. I'll go after you.
Okay. I don't know where I thought this was housing, so I'm like a little bit of off. Discombobulated, but let's go. Okay, so with all the workforce development, I think it's really important to make sure that everybody is paid a fair wage. I brought up Scientology numerous times and the fact that they, I guess as a religious exemption, they're allowed to pay their people $47 a week for 100 hours a week work. And if you're in the RPF, it's 1/4 that amount of money, but you don't get a reduction in time. That's if you're in their internal prison. Yes, they do have their own internal prison. So as you're doing all this workforce development and helping people get good jobs and helping people be treated fairly, I just want to remind you that in this city, in Mr. Hugo's area and other areas, especially in that big blue building, there's, this poor, very old gentleman vacuuming on Hubbard Way or steam cleaning it, whatever he's doing. He's making slave wages, which is illegal on state streets. They're public. And so, is this going to include I got one, is that because I get lost on this?
You have 3 minutes in entirety.
Okay, so one is my public comment, right? So I have 45 more seconds to talk about that traffic slavery still goes on in this country. Imagine 47, and Mr. Nazarian, there is a Scientology in your district too. And I know they're going to try to not fair game, they're trying to safe point you, but know that those workers in the Sea Org, if they're in the Sea Org, they make $47 a week. They're working 110 hours. And a lot of times they're doing very hard labor if they're in their jail system, which is called the RPF. That should not be happening in America today. They get away with it because they say, well, it's our religious, practice. Slavery or slave labor is not a religious practice. Okay, I'm just going to read it. So as we're talking about another thing with work, is they keep getting street permits, and the workforce here, BSS is not doing their job. They keep giving them permits for street closures, even though they continuously violate those. They do not have fire lanes. They completely block the fire lanes. And I know that concerns Mr. Soto Martinez deeply because he would lose a lot of constituents if anything ever happened that Big Blue and the fire department couldn't get in. Or at Easter, if all those hundreds of children got harmed because the fire department or ambulance was blocked. I know this upsets him, and I believe that with all my heart. He doesn't know how to handle it because it's Scientology, because they are ruthless and they whatever. But this is going on, and these they have to stop giving them all these permits to keep closing that road because they still are not opening up the fire lanes and they're not letting people go through. Thank you.
Joined by Councilman Geraldo. Next speaker, please.
Do you want me to go to that one or the lower this?
Standing one.
Standing one?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Hello, can you want to turn it up?
Open mic.
Hello? Hello? All right. Before I begin, can I just get a point of clarification on the time? So 3 total minutes for all the comments, general and items? Okay. All right. So I just want to start off on a comment I had regarding these items. Now, I know one of the sitting council members, Hugo Soto Martinez, loves to suppress the public comment of the public, and for some reason, he has this absolute addiction and obsession with one guy in particular named William Good. And I'm concerned that we can't possibly vote on these motions where Hugo is actively suppressing people's ability to attend public hearings and ask questions. And we don't know if Will right now is terrified to be here because he'll get bogusly trespassed by Hugo on a bullshit claim that he's trespassing on a public property. For some reason, despite it being on video, Hugo loves and loves to trespass people illegally and claim that he can't hear them and claim that he's hearing them, yet literally not hearing them and literally choosing to suppress their public comment. Hugo, interestingly enough, on some of the items that...
Without remember, if you have a comment today, fine, there's no personal attacks.
Yep, and on the first item, we're talking about workforce development. I saw a vote be casted by a council member, and the rest of the board on the city council accepted it, where it's higher wages for one specific union in the Hollywood area, but not higher wages for the rest of the hospital workers. How is it that that's fair and equitable? I thought that that's what the workforce development program is supposed to be about, that it's fair and equitable for all, not just particular unions that are favorable to certain council members, certain political supporters. And you have 3 of those such motions on your hand here. So again, I ask, if it's supposed to be about fair and equitable workforce development programs and fair and equitable wages for all, why is it then that some unions are getting absolute sweetheart deals and favoritism, whereas others are not? Despite the fact that we know, right, we know the clear conspiratorial and criminal acts and collusion between gang activities by entities like Scientology, and they're spearheaded by the city attorney herself, Heidi Feldstein Soto. We know the collusion between the two. And so how can you possibly sit here and vote in good faith on any of these motions? Well, we know for a fact your council members are voting for higher wages for just 1 or 2 unions that belong to them, that the city attorney is using the LAPD at public hearings to suppress public comment and doesn't have the guts to go out of herself, her own way and say outright that she's doing so, even though we can literally see it and they're telling us that they're being pressured and we can see it. So how about you stop using them to suppress public comment? How about you say it for yourself on the record that you're using them? All right, stop using them to do your dirty work.
Next, please. Next speaker.
Good morning. Let's start with item number 2. Thank you. It's about the council president, it's about a local hire program for the Olympic. Yes, I am a big supporter of the local hire program because I have several friends are actually trying to get into the local hire program. I have neighbors, her name is Zeddy, and then she is actually a retired woman. But right now, because of the inflation, because of the housing crisis, she is forced to go down Figueroa and work on Figueroa day and night over again. So I wish that if we have this local hire program, I wish that you can send your staff member, you can send your field representative. Let's take a walk on Figueroa Street. Let's see how many women are down there. Let's see how many men are down there. Let's see how many transgender are down there. How can we bring all of those George Buzzetti into this local hire program? Now, let's move on to item number 3. Thank you very much, Council President Price. It's about the 5-year workforce development plan. Probably you hate me very, very much, I hear you, but last week, you guys voted for a $30 minimum wage hotel for the next 5 years. For me, I want to ask you, how is that sustainable? when you are having a $30 minimum wage hotel worker, you already know what is going to happen. The hotel are going to shut down. The hotel owners are not able to operate their business anymore. You already know that hotel business workers are going to move to other city, other state, where they can hire a worker, let's just say $14 per hour. I call it a reasonable minimum wage. But when you are talking about $30 minimum wage, I don't know. Are you a city of $1 trillion budget? How can you afford that? I'm concerned. I'm asking you a question. I did not attack you because you said personal attack is not allowed, so I'm only asking you a question. Move on to my general public comment is, again, my concern is still, I have so many family members, I have so many sisters, brothers, and neighbors are working down Figueroa day and night. And then in the super cold winter, they have to wear a bikini. In the super hot summer, they have to wear a bikini. No matter what season, no matter what's the weather condition, they have to wear a bikini walking down the street just to make sure they have enough food, they have enough water, they can continue to pay the rent. So I just wondering that if those Figueroa girl reach out to your office, if they don't have food, can you guys provide some assistance? And then if we have thousands of options for local hire, can we make sure put them into your consideration? Thank you very much for your time.
Next speaker, please.
I will now call the next three speakers. Hishabo, F-Word, and Shaniqua.
When speakers come to the podium, if you could please state your name and the items on which you wish to speak.
I heard, motherfucker. Niggas, we're talking about LA 28 community, local hire program, public release of information. Well, as far as I'm concerned, fuck Heidi, and fuck your union collusions and your Scientology. I'm gonna shine right now. I'm gonna show McCocker, Buckethead, that we don't see any local hire program to benefit us white niggas too. Look at this 30-year hotel worker fucking program created for 5-year workforce development. Those motherfucking hotels are gonna close. Those motherfucking hotels are gonna raise their taxes, and motherfuckers are gonna demand we leave a tip. Here's a tip. Get one of these and take it with you to go on the way out, asshole. Spindler for District 1. Yeah, we need Spindler for District 1 for 5 years of workforce development strategic plan, because he's the only goddamn attorney that knows how to make shit work. The dumbass Heidi attorney, and your bullshit fire lanes, and your fucked up Scientology with your fucked up $41 a week to clean the goddamn sideway streets. That's called poverty pimps. You're all a bunch of poverty pimps. Talking to you, Hugo, and you over there, Baldy. Yeah, get your fucking Scientology program to work in the benefit of those motherfuckers who need a job. And look at number 6, enterprise local business. A fucking relative local program that doesn't benefit a white nigger too. That's why I'm here to make you understand on my MOU, a white motherfucker too, a nigga who's being suppressed by his free speech because of Hugo Rossiter and all you other loyal niggers that are fools. Now into my public comment, US 395, 444, 1969 for the record. You all a bunch of dirty niggas. Send the Jews back to Israel. I plan to do my part to save America, make more jobs, build more hotels, and bring down those rates so all those white motherfuckers too can have a place to lounge. Other than that, you dumbass criminals are as stupid as that carrot ass who goes around telling she's gonna shine up your neighborhoods. No, motherfucker. Vote for Wayne Spindler. Wayne Spindler's gonna build you a city. Wayne Spindler's gonna put the lights on. Wayne Spindler's gonna put the goddamn trash in a receptacle. Goddamn homeless people off the fucking street. What the fuck has the bass ass done? Other than put a carrot in front of her and like a fucking idiot, moron, stupid governor like Newsom, pay attention. Trump!
Anyone else care to speak? If not, we will close public comment at this time. We're going to be continuing item 2, unless there's an objection. Okay, that shall be ordered. What's next on the agenda, Mr. Clerk?
Communication from the mayor relative to